Praise the Lord. Welcome to AIM. Guys, we are back on the building site. So we just came around the back of the property to take a peek. They have graded this road, guys. That's amazing. So, yeah, no more plots for sale. This plot has already been sold. And then these are sold. We have a plot and a half that way and a plot and a half that way. But that's it for here. So if you guys want to be our neighbor, that's the only places you'll get. These are blocks for the one who just graded his plots over there. We got to meet him. Very nice man. And he's going to be doing his projects. So remember, we were wondering whose projects were going on around here. So that project over there as well is a relative of the man's. So yeah, so we're coming here. My husband's here checking things out. We're coming to see how things are looking, guys. So if you see the last video, you'll see where they dug out, and they've dug in. First let me go back. First we did a profile. We found where the water is going to be best here on the property. They did the profiling, and then they did the digging of all the trenches, right? And now they have also laid the slab at the bottom of the trenches to go ahead and make a solid foundation for the block laying. So, had a lot of work going on here today, and they have laid block, guys. So remember, this block is going to come up, I don't know how far, a certain level, right? It'll come up a certain level, and then when it comes up that certain level, the iron rods will be in it and everything. When it comes up to that certain level, then it will be filled in and then compacted down before a slab is poured over top. And then the real walls for the rooms will be built on top of that slab. So it's precise planning that will make these walls line up with the walls, the main walls of the house, right? So that is what it is. Now, this is for a single-story building. Okay, this one is not going up several floors. If it's going up several floors, then I don't know exactly what is different on it, but it will be different. Either different cement, different blocks, or a different planning out. Maybe it'll be more divisions in here, more walls or something. So I'm not the expert, but I just do know that you have to know the house that you want first. There's the platform where they mix the cement. So you see how that is, guys? So they make a cement thing here so that you don't get any foreign particles or different dirt or anything like that on or in the cement. So the cement is the proper mixture. I'm not really, I don't know a lot about it, guys. I just know what I've seen, and I know how to explain it how I explain it. But you know, I just call it like I see it, guys. That's what I do, and that's what I'm here for, to show you guys. The blocks even are a different size block. I think they're bigger blocks. I think they're bigger blocks than the blocks you'll use for like an interior wall and stuff like that. You know, you have to know the blocks you're using. Use different blocks, different cement, depending on the application that you're using it for. All of these things are important because if you get somebody who doesn't know these things, right? And you just put it up anyhow, it's not going to work out for you, right? It might last for a while, but it's not going to last for long. We've seen buildings where like half of a building is just don't make sure you don't get the dirt inside the hole. It's not time for the come away from there, as a matter of fact, because you don't have to be there doing that. So let's just not take a chance, okay? Okay. Anyway, we saw half of a building just collapse, right? It just collapsed. It was there for a long time. We passed it all the time. And then all of a sudden one day, there it was, boom. Half of it was down. It looked like, a more recent addition that they did. And it was just down. The building was, the whole thing, it was a 2-story, and it was like they had a 2-story building. Let's pretend this is 2-story, and then they had built something on the side as well, and then that whole thing fell down. 2 stories worth fell all the way. It's a hot mess right now, a pile of block and iron rods and all that. Lots of money in that. So if you don't know what you're doing, or you're not, you're trying to cheap out. That's what it kind of looked like. They might have cheaped out. And then we feel for the person, because there you have it. You spent a lot of money. Even though you cheaped out, you still spent a lot of money, and now your thing is down. Okay, guys, my husband is here and wants to give us some insight into what's going on here.
Yeah, the foundation, we try to use the most expensive cement, because when your foundation is very strong, it makes the house very strong. So we use 52, which is a little bit expensive than the other cement, but I think that when you're building a house, your foundation have to be strong. And the blocks that we use was 6 inches. 6 inches block. And
6 inch, oh, okay.
6
wide.
Inches wide, yeah.
Like this, okay.
They have 5 inches and 6 inches. And we didn't even use just 6 inches. We use the hardest block to build the foundation. So I think when you are building for somebody, you have to make sure that everything is quality. But if you are not here to supervise, you don't know what they're gonna use, because I know that Mason was saying that, we can use the normal block. I say no. If we have the hardest block, and that is a little bit expensive, why don't we use that one instead of using the cheapest one to start? So the blocks are not normal blocks. It's the hardest one. It's a little bit up, a little bit, but I think that's the right thing. You're building for somebody, you have to make sure that everything that you are using is quality.
Exactly.
The quality is very, very important. But if you are not here and they use anything, any blocks, any cement, because the foundation of a building is very, very important. You know what I mean? So we use the 52, and the 52 is the best that you can. So our blocks are very solid. And sometimes if you don't use the quality blocks in Accra, especially, I don't know about the other regions, when they do the plastering, you can tell in 4 years that when you do the plastering, you see that it's coming off. Yeah, it happened in our house. Our house, yes, it came off, and we have to, they told us to use some black paint and all those. But if you use this type of blocks, you're not going to have that problem. So, I'm trying to do the right thing, the quality blocks, the quality cement, even excuse me, the when they laying the blocks, I'm using expensive this thing, what we call it, cement to for them to lay the blocks, because it makes everything solid. So that's all I can say for now.
And you were saying something about the iron rods.
Yeah, the iron rod. I talked to the steel bender. He was telling me that we can use 12 or 14, right? And he said it's a 3-bedroom, so you can use that. I said no. 12 and 14 and 16, 18 and 20. I think the 16 will be stronger than 14 and 12,
Right.
So he was insisting that we use the 12 or 14, but I said no. I think we will go for 16. I wanted to go for the 18, but they said the 18 is normally for story buildings.
Okay.
And so I'm not gonna go for the 16. I'm not gonna go for the 14 or 12, which he is insisting that it will be fine, but I will go for the 16 at least.
You
Yeah.
put your quality and your money into your structure. If you need to cut corners later on, you can do that on your finishings or finishing the wall, or you can save. There's other ways to save money.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I'm with you on that. This is very important. Everybody knows a solid foundation in anything is
Yeah.
the most important thing.
So we're trying to help our build for our sister, but we wanted to use the quality
Yes.
stuff to do for her, so that at the end of the day, she will know that her house is built with quality things.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Guys, we got a treat today. My husband usually isn't able to get on here and give you guys those details, but I'm very grateful that he was able to come and take time and do that. Like I said, I am not the professional in all of it, but I call it like I see it, guys, and like I hear it. And I know this is going to be very, very good for this lovely couple. When we do things like this, we become family, right? We become close, especially like-minded believers, right? Especially like-minded. We've lived in the West and we're coming to Ghana, and we understand how hard it is to get our money together to be able to put it into this, right? We understand, and these are going to be our neighbors. We're going to live near each other for many, 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 many years, the Lord willing, and we want to be here and have them enjoy, have them be stress-free, and have them not have any issues with their home. So it's important, guys. It's important. And there are a lot of workers around, but the right crew is very important. You can waste a lot of money if you don't have a hard-working crew. We have vetted out the lazy ones who will take 5 days for a 2-day job, right? That can run your money into the ground quick. So time is money, right? So, and they will charge you the same amount per day, but instead of taking 2 days, they'll take 5. So you do the math on that. You know how that can add up real quick. So, yeah. So that is what I got for you guys. Nana? What do you think? Are you excited about it?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's looking really nice. Really nice. So Nana is ready to watch it step by step, and we're going to bring the videos to you guys, right? All right, guys, we're gonna let you go at that. Till next time. God bless you.